So we're now recording. Welcome everybody. This is, I guess, the first official Zoom meeting for the Building Capacity for Sustaining Growth in Mathematics peer coaching program for the Hunter. I thought we'd start very, very quickly by having each of the AMSI outreach officers who are going to be taking you through this program very, very quickly just introduce themselves and wave. And then we're going to hand over to Michael O'Connor, who is the program administrator and also our tech guru. So he's going to walk you through the platform and how to access the materials and content. So Janine, we might start quickly with you. If you could introduce yourself as our fearless leader.
Thanks, Marcus. I'm Janine Spreckle. I'm the school's program manager and the Choose Maths architect and director. Thank you so much, everyone, for your enthusiasm on this. The emails have been coming through daily with extra people wanting to come on board, with people giving feedback already, and it just keeps us going. It's really been difficult to work as a team, but remotely, and we've really enjoyed just having the contact from all of you. So thank you, and I'm going to pass on to the rest of the team now because they're the ones that you're going to be working with.
Michael.
So I've met a number of you at different stages over the last few weeks and years in some cases. I've been working with Marcus and Cass, helping schools in the Hunter Valley for 4 or 5 years now. And it's good to kind of get back into doing some work with everybody up there. Yeah, so you'll find out a little bit more as we go on. Just one thing, I'm going to put a disclaimer out with Marcus calling me the tech guru. I'm pretty much guaranteed that that's going to jinx my presentation. Something will stuff up. So I'm just putting that out there to start with, that technology is wonderful when it works. If it doesn't, turn it off and start again. And if that doesn't work, send someone, me in this case, an email and we'll figure it out for you.
Cass.
Hi everyone, yeah, I'm Cass. I've enjoyed being part of this project. It's not the same as actually getting to go to the Hunter Valley, but yeah, I'm still enjoying it. I can recommend my sections. Phase 1, Section B, Option 3, and Phase 2, Module 1, everyone has to do that, so you're all going to get to meet me. So,
Leanne.
Hi everyone, you've probably heard from me before. I have done a lot on Pat Maths, so my option is I've started looking very in depth at Pat Maths. I've also just started a master's on using data to inform teaching or evidence-based learning. So I'm really enjoying that, and a lot of what I've learnt from that master's has gone into developing this course. I go to a lecture and then I come back and get really excited and change my whole video. So, and please feel free to get in touch. I really enjoyed chatting maths.
Anna.
Well, hi there. Hi, Wendy, Michelle. I've got Ebony there and Sarah. I know Angela's not here, but I'll also be working with all of you. Look, it has been a challenge at times trying to work remotely in presenting or preparing professional learning that we think, that is going to be valuable to you. I think it's come together really, really well. I know with some of my presentations you may have issues with sound, but please get in touch with Michael. At least we can address it and fine-tune anything that we need to. You are the first people through the professional learning, so your feedback will help us, just fine-tune it a bit where it needs to.
Thanks, colleagues. And I thought I'd quickly just give Sarah, Wendy and Michelle a shout out. Those 3 ladies have very kindly offered or were dobbed in to assist us with regional mentoring. So if you can't get hold of an AMSI Schools outreach officer or you would just like to run something past in the program, someone who works in your context in the Hunter Valley, we've buddied you up with one of those 3 ladies. So they will also introduce themselves to you pretty quickly once the program gets cracking. And Sean, I should also give a shout out to you as well. Sorry, it was remiss of me not, because I'm not sure you've met Janine face to face yet, have you?
No, I don't think I have.
Hi, Sean.
Good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to thank you for inviting me in. Well, actually, I invited myself in, I think, at the last minute. So, look, this was something that Gay Chambers approached us about. We've got a really strong single learning community with a strong focus on maths, and many of the people on the screens who I can see their faces are a big part of that. And I know they're very excited about the value add that you guys will offer as well. So really appreciate it, and thanks for having me on board, because I really want to hear about what this is all about as well. So yeah, much appreciated.
Thanks, Sean. That was just the reason I switched off there for a second was that was just Michael on the phone saying everything froze on his computer, so he's had to do a hard shutdown.
Marcus,
So
that's what happens to most of my hookups of my principals. So
I mean,
that's all good.
I can't believe that he actually said, "You've now jinxed me,"
Yes.
because I said he's the tech guru and what happens.
Marcus, could we maybe go through the options or something like that while we're waiting?
We could do, and then yep, because we're waiting around, so I can do a quick screen share. Give me a second, and I'll go into the correct folder. So the course e-brochure just does, if you haven't had a chance to read through that yet, it does actually outline each of the sessions. Phase 1 is really about collecting evidence and data. And by the way, if Michael pops back in, let me know, because I don't have a whole screen available to me to see whether or not he's back in. So phase 1, the way that's structured is everyone needs to do session A. So that's mandatory. And then you have the choice of one of the options. You can do more than one if you'd like, but at least one of the options in session B. Option 1 being using NAPLAN as data and evidence to drive growth. Option B being, option 2 rather, being using PatMaths. And then option 3 being using other data types and other evidence to drive growth. And then session C is mandatory again for everyone. It's a short assessment audit for you to do in your school with a supporting tool to use to do that particular exercise. Phase 2, there are in fact 3 modules. The first is on unpacking the mathematics curriculum and guiding your colleagues through the mathematics curriculum, because consistently we find across states that the first and foremost issue to helping teachers improve their practice is understanding of the syllabus and also understanding the documents that can help support the syllabus. Many of those documents, as you would well know, are available through the department's website too. So there's some great support documents there. And you actually then set a key focus area from the data that you've collected in phase 1. Module 2 is about effective teachers of mathematics. And module 3 is about peer coaching for effective mathematics teaching and learning, including a series of tools that you can use for coaching. And then phase 3 is basically the process where we support you. Basically, once you've got your key focus areas, we will help you access professional learning materials, resources, and other things that will help you select some peer coaching tools and some other strategies for improving maths in your school. You complete something called the Building Capacity for Sustaining Growth in Maths school plan, and use that document to liaise with your colleagues and your school executive on some strategies for improving maths teaching and learning that has been evidence-based from what you did in phase 1, and then submit that school plan back to your outreach officer. And then phase 4 is about implementing all of that.
Maybe we can hear a little bit from Wendy or Michelle. They've already had a go at it, just in manoeuvring it. Maybe hear some of their thoughts on it.
Good idea, Anna.
So yesterday we got together with the 4 of the teachers from our school that were doing it. So we did the first introduction one, the module. So the video was really good. It was really interesting. Michelle and I just commented to each other, the reading actually was sort of a really, really interesting reading. And then we had a discussion about that. The indicative time, I think, probably is not indicative of the time that it took us. Yes, yeah. And then we went on and we started the NAPLAN one. One little bit of feedback we would like to give is that the references, there were links in the references on the video to some of the other documents. We actually found that we couldn't access them through that. So maybe having it listed separately down the bottom with for example, there was that data pyramid that was in the presentation. We would have liked a copy of that. And then some of the other things that they referenced that we wanted to get copies of, you said, and there was a link in the references right at the end, but we couldn't click on that. But if it was listed towards the end.
Thanks for that. That's a great idea. Yeah. I'm going to get Michael to put a PDF of the data pyramid on the actual page.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Even a Word document or something just with the references on it.
Yeah.
So the bad news is Michael just called again and said his Microsoft Surface has completely overheated and won't even turn on. So I really did a good job when I said he was the tech guru at the start there.
Sure did, Marcus.
What we're going to do is this. So we are sincerely apologetic for that. What we're going to do is I'm going to quickly just take you through the instructions for getting onto the platform. And then we are going to record a Zoom meeting that we will make available to you. That is basically Michael walking you through the platform. He has access to the back end that I don't have. And so it really would be doing you an injustice for me to lead you through that. So I'll quickly share my screen again. Will be another 10 minutes and then we'll let you get on with your Friday afternoon and your weekend. So I do apologise, everybody. Yeah, just unfortunate technology letting us down. So you all will have got a document that that basically gives you instructions for accessing the platform. Nick Garner and Gay Chambers helped us do a bit of testing of this early on, and we quickly discovered, as we suspected we might, that your departmental Gmail address quarantines you basically from being able to access content from outside the department, which meant that you could log into the platform, but you couldn't see anything with your departmental Gmail address. So for that purpose, we've just asked if you could provide or log in rather with a personal Gmail account that you're comfortable logging in with, or alternatively just create a new one for yourself for the purposes of the program that you can then delete that account when you're finished with it at the end of the program. And if you are using a computer that you also access your work email on, open your browser with an incognito tab. We find that because it is a Google-based platform, using Chrome will probably get you the best results. So just open an incognito tab, and you should then be able to use your private Gmail account to access the content on the platform there. So yeah, I've just said Google Chrome browser will work best. Basically, we've sent you a link. Cut and paste that platform link into your browser. So just in the same way that I have here, and hit enter, and you should land fairly quickly onto a screen that looks like this. So that is the BCSGM landing screen, and click on register. And it'll just ask for your details. Google just wants you to sign in again using those same account details. Click next and allow. So that basically gives that Gmail address that you put in full access to the platform. We're going to just ask you a few questions like your name, your school, a few other administrative details like that, and then click enroll. And that should actually bring you to the content page, which looks something like this. The content for phase 1 and phase 2 is pretty much already up there, including videos, follow-up materials. Typically, the format for each section is that you'll have a series of MP4 videos that have been loaded up onto YouTube. So they'll take you out to a YouTube link and you watch the videos. There are some professional readings that we've recommended, and also some follow-up questions embedded in the platform as well that you basically fill in to complete, I guess, follow-up activities from each of those sessions. So yeah, as I say, just work through the sessions. Use your course outline, which we sent you earlier, as a guide to how to do that. There is an outline for each section at the start. So if you click on that, that will firstly give you the phase outcomes to be achieved. It will tell you which of the ATL teaching standards that particular phase is aligned with. And it will also tell you what the completion requirements are for that section as well. So what you physically have to do and then submit to complete each section of the course. And there are indicative time allowances there for each section. So we just said start with your participant details and then begin exploring. We will follow up, as I say, we'll follow up with a separate Zoom that we'll record and make available to you, so that you can see the platform live working rather than me just scrolling through a PDF as I've had to do now because of our unfortunate technology meltdown. But has anyone got any questions or comments that you'd like to provide? Anything like that in the meantime before we sign off, and Michael and I will get to work on a separate recording on Monday. Bye.
Bye. Thanks,
Have a
everyone.
lovely weekend, everybody.
You too. Stay safe.
Christine, I've just answered